What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Razer MiniMadness tournament. With me, as always, is Shred Kid. You ready to go, man?
Absolutely. Let's get this game on the road. It looks like we got Orange versus TongFu.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for this matchup. So, rate on pause in 3, 2, 1. 104, 105, 106. So yeah, I'm actually really hyped up for this matchup. We didn't cast the Orange game because it was Orange versus Hirosh, a Singaporean team, and Orange kind of made a very easy go of it. So I don't think we thought it was worth the time to cast it. But Orange versus TongFu, this should be a very interesting matchup. Orange has taken time off Dota 1. They've completely eliminated their Dota 1 training regimen, and they've been devoted exclusively to Dota 2. So this is my first time watching Orange in quite a while. But with players like Mushi, Yamate, and Winter, they should be a very fun team to watch.
Ice is the man. He's one of my favorite players right now in the Asian scene. He's just so aggressive and he's so good mechanically. I'm always excited to watch him play.
Yeah, and this is Ice, not Ice, the noted Zenith troll, the solo mid player, one of the most talented team.
Different person.
Yeah, Ice is actually a support player for the most part, so he should be very fun to watch. Of course, Yamate, a very old school Dota 1 veteran, one of the legends of the Southeast Asian scene. Mushi, of course, you should know him, probably the best solo mid in the Southeast Asian scene. Meanwhile, TongFu, they looked pretty strong in their game up against, who did they play again? Oh man, I'm MUFC. MUFC.
Was it? No, it wasn't DK.
Yeah, it was MUFC.
Yeah, that's right.
So TongFu looked pretty solid. They looked a little bit shaky. MUFC, of course, a strong team, and all three of those teams are invited to the International 2. So TongFu took that series in 3 games. Orange took the Queen sweep over Hirosh in 2 games. So this should be for a this is looking like a very exciting semifinals matchup, and we'll see if TongFu decides to ban out more typical Southeast Asian heroes. Orange likes to experiment. They devote either a bit more split pushy with Queen of Pain, or they like to go for a bit more Chinese style, play it safe and close to bone. So it should be interesting to watch.
Absolutely, and TongFu's taken their time here with the last ban. We see 2 standard team fighters banned out, and then okay, they finish the trifecta and go for the 3rd team fight banner. However, Lycan's still in the pool. I think that's something that's important to note. And Orange has the option of going for either Chen, who I believe they like to play, or Lycanthrope, and we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I think Winter is quite a strong Lycanthrope player, so we'll see if he decides to pick it up. Or no, sorry, a good Chen, but they do decide to pick up the Lycanthrope, so that'll most likely be for Yamate if he's not playing the off lane. But maybe this is just some good practice. Keep in mind, this is a week before the International 2 starts, so TongFu, I'm sure, wants to get all the experience possible. So they could have let Lycanthrope intentionally through just so they could see how they fare against it. But in doing so, they might also give away, alright, how will we play against Lycanthrope? So this is sort of a double-edged sword. You gotta practice against it, but you might also be revealing your strategies on how to play against him.
Well, one thing that a lot of teams like to do, if they let the top-tier pick go through, in this version it's Lycanthrope, what they do is, usually the top-tier picks have some sort of weakness, and then they exploit it with 2 picks following right after that are extremely strong in countering that one weakness. However, the fact that they haven't picked 2 heroes already kind of suggests to me that they don't really have a plan. I think they just wanted to play against Lycanthrope and see what happened.
Yeah, so right now, maybe they'll pick up a Chen, maybe they'll pick up an Enchantress. I know Waga is personally a fan of picking up Enchantress. They decided to go for the Invoker and Chen. Of course, Chen going to give him some solid team fight and early pushing with that Hand of God, and those creeps. Invoker, a very powerful team fight hero. So overall, pretty safe pickups, and this, I think they're probably just trying to experiment, dealing with just pretty much a normal strategy rather than giving away too much of their game plan for going into the National 2.
Yeah, it's with an Invoker Chen opening, it really gives away absolutely nothing. However, focused on this game and not the International 2, I think opening Chen Invoker against a Lycan isn't particularly strong, simply because it doesn't have... you can't necessarily pressure the Lycan with these heroes. Chen can, of course, go in the Lycanthrope's jungle and take a creep of his own and try to attack the Lycan, but then you're dedicating Chen and another support to doing that. And with an Enchantress counterpick, you can't do that with Chen, which means Lycan's jungle is going to be protected. And Beastmaster will probably see on the offlane, or possibly even solo mid. But Beastmaster is another great way to control Lycanthrope with the Roar once he BKBs, and if you take Beastmaster out of the pool and you make sure that Chen can't harass your Lycanthrope, he's extremely well protected both in the early game and mid game.
Well, going with the Lycan Enchantress opening, that means Lycanthrope will most likely be soloing the safe lane rather than being in the jungle, correct?
Yeah.
So
that's almost certainly what'll happen.
Okay.
They also have the option of doing a 1-1-1 with a Lycan in your jungle and an Enchantress in the enemy jungle, but that's I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous. Your solos are in so much pressure, and you can just gank the Enchantress in the jungle if she goes offensive jungling, so it's very, very risky. And Anti-Mage being picked up, very, very conservative, very safe pickups, but Anti-Mage has definitely seen his his time in the sun definitely come to a close. And I don't know if he's the strongest pickup in this case. Beastmaster Roy does very good, and what can Anti-Mage do if he picks up slower than usual Battle Fury up against this massive push coming in from the Lycanthrope? They're really going to have to rely on the Invoker to counter push.
I think it was actually a really good pick. And right now, it doesn't look like it. But if TongFu does what I think they're going to do, it'll work. What I have in mind will take me probably longer than we have left in this ban pick phase to explain it. But right now, I think it's a good idea. I could be 100% wrong. But basically, in short, what it allows them to do is split push against the Lycan. And you will always have somebody countering the split push. And the way this is going to work specifically is that we'll almost certainly see Anti-Mage go for a Battle Fury. And while Enchantress can DPS him and him early, and Beastmaster can roar him, and Lycanthrope can out DPS him, if you always have him pushing a side lane, it's very hard for Lycan to push the other side lane because you can have your map over there. And Anti-Mage is one of the best split pushing carries that isn't Morphling right now. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely an option. And just looking at the orange pickups, one thing I failed to notice is that their lanes are not the strongest at this point. Lycanthrope is a competent laner, but he needs to have a little bit of backup. He has the wolves to help him out, but he will get out-harassed when the wolves are on cooldown. And right now, the orange lanes aren't looking particularly strong. They have Enchantress in jungle, but she has to face up against Chen. And Beastmaster, a strong laner in his own right, but he's not going to get many kills in his lane unless they have a lot of pressure. So meanwhile, Anti-Mage should be able to farm up a Battle Fury relatively easily if he gets enough support. And right now, we're going to have some support bans being banned out by Orange Esports to sort of give Anti-Mage a little less comfort in his lane.
Hopefully that's what they should do. They should pressure the Anti-Mage. If they can force him into a Vanguard build, I think it'll be extremely strong of them. And the bans that are coming out from them, or coming out from TongFu, that is. I can't get my words right today. Bans coming out from TongFu suggest that they're trying to protect their Anti-Mage. Windrunner can push Anti-Mage out of lane if she has a little bit of support and maybe one gank. And Queen of Pain is obviously great at ganking Anti-Mage if you get up a Necrobook or a Gwinsu. So right now they're protecting the Anti-Mage with their picks. And Orange's picks suggest that they're fearing split pushing. With Venomancer and Enigma being so strong pushers, you'll have Anti-Mage pushing one side of the map, and then their team with the Venomancer or Enigma pushing the other side of the map. They want to say, hey, if we can control this side of the map, maybe we can send another person out to pressure the Anti-Mage. Again, my theory could be completely wrong, and he might not split push at all, but I think he will. And the Shadow Demon pickup is to try to control him. So now we have Purge for Anti-Mage, we have Beastmaster ult, we have Lycanthrope, and we have Enchantress, all of whom are standard Anti-Mage counters, you would think. But I still think that Anti-Mage is a good pickup here.
Yeah, and keep in mind, of course, one of the reasons why when Shadow Demon's introduced, everybody's like, oh, Anti-Mage is going to see so much less play. And that wasn't particularly the sole reason. Just the metagame has shifted away from Anti-Mage for the most part, more pushing-oriented. But Shadow Demon, one of the reasons why when he was first introduced, people were like, oh my god, Anti-Mage is going to have a miserable time. Disruption creates the Anti-Mage clothes, burning a lot of his mana, and then he has so much mana to deal with. And Anti-Mage, if he goes for the Battle Fury first and then maybe into BKB, he's still not that tanky. He can do a lot of damage, but still he needs to get more and more tanky. He needs that Heart Vanguard as well. So that mana burn, if he doesn't have enough mana to maneuver around with that blink, he's still going to be a lot of trouble. But Shadow Shaman, a pretty competent laner to help out that Anti-Mage in the position. He can just shackle, allow Anti-Mage to farm in peace, be in threat for disables. They might even go for some kill attempts if they get matched up against the correct laner. So we'll see what Orange decides to do with our last pickup. Who do you think they should go for?
Oh, Shadow Demon will support, probably pulling for like an Enchantress in the jungle, and Beastmaster can offlane or mid solo. Let me think. From a drafter's perspective, I think they need a damage dealer to be played mid. And with Storm being a terrible pickup, and Queen of Pain being out of the pool, I'm not entirely sure how they can approach this. Pandas is also out of the pool. They have the option of putting... Okay, Puck makes sense. And they can put Puck mid or Beastmaster top lane or switch it up. Or even Lycanthrope mid and Puck safe lane. But I think they'll put Puck mid. Because Puck can do okay against Invoker now with the change on phase shift. You can spam it out a lot and you can take a lot less harass. But all in all, I just feel like Orange... They have a like everything's in place for them to counter anti-mage. They have silences, Shadow Demon, Beastmaster Roar, Impetus, or an early ganks from Enchantress, and Lycanthrope DPS. But I don't know if they have a damage to straight bring him down. And I think if if anti-mage manages to get a Basher up, he'll be able to kill the Lycanthrope. I think in Shadow Shaman Hex or Shackle.
Yeah, I think Orange sort of picked themselves into a corner for a little bit. I think they sort of had to go with the Beastmaster Man. I think we're going to see Puck in the offlane, actually.
Yeah, I think that's likely.
Yeah, just because they aren't on the Dire side of the map. I think they're on the Radiant side. The new picking screen is a little bit confusing for me, but I think they are on the Radiant side of the map, so Beastmaster can't offlane as well.
Wow, yeah, that messed me up too. I thought that TongFu was on.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Radiant.
It's a little bit confusing, but Tidehunter is last pickup, so they have an insane team fight. And with the Invoker and Tidehunter combination, so they can really counter Puck's initiation if the silence goes on. So they're going to have to really, really be careful, because if they roar the Anti-Mage, Tide will just be able to pop the Ravage, and you can't really do anything for 2.5 seconds when that Ravage is up, unless Puck manages to get an exceptional silence, and they just ignore Tidehunter. But even then, they still, like you said, they are lacking the damage, so Tidehunter is just going to be able to get the ultimate, should be able to get the ultimate off in every single team fight.
Absolutely, and the Tidehunter ult combined with the Chen heal, because if they want to kill Chen, they absolutely need to Beastmaster Roar him, which will be a waste, so they're not going to do it probably. I think the Chen heal and the Tidehunter and the Invoker is going to be one team fight, so I think Orange might have dedicated too much to trying to deal with Anti-Mage.
Yeah, so we'll go over the heroes and the picks. I think I will go over Orange. So we have Winter playing the Beastmaster, Ice is going to be playing the support Shadow Demon, X is going to be playing Extinct, of course, playing the Enchantress, Yamate going to be playing the offlane Puck. Yamate, very, very powerful offlane hero, or offlane player. Yamate might as well be a hero. And Mushi is going to be playing that Lycanthrope. Why don't we go over TongFu?
Absolutely, we have Hao, the Captain and Drafter, playing the farming Anti-Mage. We have Awoke playing Chen. We're going to have Mu on his Invoker, probably solo. We have Kabu on his support Titan, and finally Sansheng on his Rasta.
Yeah, we'll see if Sansheng can pull off some Zippo moves right there. Shadow Shaman has definitely made his resurgence felt. We saw Shadow Shaman quite commonly in the European scene. I see Beastmaster already using a lot of his mana to cut down some trees just so Chen can't gank him as easily. So nice tactic, and most likely just to protect his Puck. But it looks like a Puck is going to be soloing. He's going to most likely go back to that top lane, because I honestly can't see why Beastmaster can deal with that tri-lane very effectively.
That's true, but... oh, Orange.
Yeah.
What we might have happening is some teams like to do this with Beastmaster. They send him out to the offlane, chop down the trees, and then they'll rotate him to mid, which
I think that's
very well
be
could be happening in this situation.
But he went boots first. So I think he is going to offlane, so scratch that. He went boots first, and that's not a mid-lane build.
Yeah, and Puck's got his last hitting stuff. He'll be mid. And that makes a lot of sense, because Puck, with the phase shift change, is absolutely capable of, while not winning a lane against Invoker, she can do well enough to not get forced from lane.
So Tidehunter's going to be most likely bottom lane. Where's the Shadow Shaman at? Is he still in base? I can't even find Shadow. Oh, he's still. Yeah, he's going to be helping.
Top.
Yeah, it's
going to rotate around Tidehunter to go bot lane solo.
Yeah, I was just a little bit confused. Shadow Shaman was hiding in the Woodwork. But Shadow Shaman, like I was about to say earlier, he went for a predominant mid-solo position, being played by people like Sing Sing, by a lot of competent mid-solo heroes, mid-solo players, by Loda, Pycat, heroes, people like that. Man, keep calling players heroes. Well, they are heroes in the Dota scene. But he's definitely seen his way come back, especially in the Asian scene as a support, and he definitely suits that role quite well. He doesn't get very early wards, but he's still a competent laner. He can get that disable, and disables. Shadow Shaman's not irrelevant in the late game. Once he gets a BKB and a blink, provided he gets that far, even if he just gets a blink and Hex is such a devastating combo, and he's always utility. If he drops off the wards in team fight and he's next to a tower, even if he dies, he's done his job. He's not like a lion in that regard.
Yeah, I think the issue with him being a solo mid is that he doesn't deal enough damage. So sure, he can farm well, he can control runes, he can maybe even take some towers, possibly get some ganks off, but right now the meta is more about mids who deal damage and can get an early advantage in engages by just killing people. Shadow Shaman isn't really capable of that. It's not like Queen of Pain or Storm or Invoker or Leshrac, you know.
Illusion.
And we're going to see that headless Invoker, the bald Invoker. How far you've fallen with the bald monk build. Of course, this is a noted bug with the cosmetic heroes in Dota 2, but it's still a little bit disconcerting to see Invoker not looking as
as
fashionable.
fly as he normally
Yeah,
does.
he has
I
that
was so
pop
upset.
collar.
I was in a game yesterday and I couldn't see my great Invoker set. It was the worst thing that ever happened.
No, it's just like, man, I played all that time just to, or maybe paid money for that. I don't know, man. But
Anyway.
yeah, we're gonna have some very, very offensive wards being placed by the TongFu side just to see all the Beastmaster movement. Beastmaster cannot approach, and beautiful play being played by Sansheng, but he doesn't have to worry because Beastmaster does have boot speed, and Shadow Shaman notorious for having very, very low base movement speed. So Sansheng is gonna have to take some time off from farming to protect his Shadow Shaman, but as long as Beastmaster is not getting experience, it's well worth it.
And I think the first massive decision that's been made so far this game is that Invoker is playing a QW build, which I think is a better idea. Their advantage is going to be in team fights, and QW build is more centered around team fights and less around solo killing. With the QE build is more centered around solo killing. But QW is so much stronger in team fights, at least pre-Forge Spirit. So I think that they're trying to solidify their advantage in team fights early with the QW build on Invoker.
Yeah, it's not like a. This is not like a ganking lineup being played by TongFu. They're definitely going for the team fights and definitely trying to protect the anti-mage, because anti-mage versus Lycanthrope, that does favor anti-mage because he can split push a bit better. Meanwhile, Winter is just being harassed, has 41 experience, poor guy. Meanwhile, nice job by Hal controlling the creep equilibrium. Already close to level 3, should be getting close to level 3, almost halfway there. Meanwhile, Ross has picked up level 2, or Shadow Shaman. So right now this lane is completely lost. We'll see if Beastmaster, yes, I think he's going to start stacking. So nice identification by Winter, but will he get the stack off in time? I'm not too sure.
No, he's not going to get it.
Yeah, and there is a ward by the Dire seeing Beastmaster's moving all the while, so he can't even go to the bathroom in peace. He's just constantly being spied upon. As Yamate is going to be pressured in the mid lane, he's going to phase shift out in time, and Moo's just got to be quite content. So it's really going to come down to Lycanthrope just having an enormous impact in this game. And Lycanthrope, he's a very powerful hero, but I don't know if he can just straight up compensate for 2 lost lanes.
Check this out though. They're not losing mid. Yamate's 5-6, Invoker's 5-2. I told you, Puck is, with his phase shift change, he can actually do okay against Invoker. Queen of Pain too, he can do okay against Queen of Pain. It's not as much of a lost lane as you think anymore.
Oh yeah, definitely didn't realize that. Nice job by Enchantress and by Moo. Enchantress saying that tornado creep across the river just to harass him, and TongFu Moo just cold snapping that creep, so annoying to deal with.
It's so frustrating, man, when you got that tornado coming at you. It's one of those things that just got changed a little bit from Dota 1 to Dota 2, and it just got so much better.
Yeah, Beastmaster is stacking the Ancients. Taiyo to do the same on his part, so when Anti-Mage gets his Val Fury, or maybe if they can just juggle it up, it'll be really, really devastating to deal with. As it looks like Yamate tried to go for the courier kill, not able to chase down that flying frog. Actually, Puck kind of looks like a frog. They might just be
I'm not sure what Puck is. He was supposed to be a fairy dragon in Dota 1, but now he's just kind of...
I don't know. Looking at this frog, he might just actually be like a flying frog. He might be Among Us' cousin. Meanwhile, Tyrant approaching the experience, and still very nice word placements by both sides, identifying the movement of both of the offlane heroes, and both of them can't even do anything. Lycanthrope controlling the creepy equilibrium nicely, getting some pulls out to give Shadow Demon some experience. Enchantress already level 4, meanwhile Chen is just staying in the jungle as well. So these supports getting a lot of farm very early on, and Chen with early Hand of God can make a difference in team fights, but you do have to watch out for that Enchantress DPS. It's pretty crazy early on.
It's pretty crazy late on, too.
This is true.
She deals a lot of damage fast. The issue is, though, Anti-Mage can get on top of her, unlike a lot of other carries. So, late game, even though she's got the Untouchable, she isn't going to be able to necessarily get the range on him. Yep. Anyway, we see a Haste Rune activated on Beastmaster. Maybe he'll use this to get level 2? We'll see. Could be some big things happening on top lane.
Oh man, this Beastmaster, watch out. We got a badass over here. As he's desperately trying to get level 2. No, he's just going to approach in. Not even going to get the experience. No, he did get the experience, as Sansheng is just like, what are you doing getting experience? This is our lane. You know, Ty Hunter, not having the same luck. Is he level 2 yet? No, he's still...
Oh, not even close.
Yeah, it's not even a little less than Beastmaster, as he can't Ancient stack, because Anchor Smash is magical damage, so it's not physical. That's why March Machine and Wild Axes can kill those Ancients so effectively. Meanwhile, mid lane, just checking out the CS once again. We have 17 and 13 and Invoker 12 and 4, so Yamate doing a surprisingly good job, and yeah, I guess I underestimated the power of phase shift in this lane.
Well, the thing is, if you build attack damage on Puck, which is a null talisman, against a QW Invoker, you actually can outlast hit him before he gets his phase boot. After he gets his phase boots, it's not as easy, but before, you will get more last hits than
Like it's going to be a gank
so
in the
expect
jungle
to pick it up once his phase boots are here. for now, this lane is Yamate's.
Yeah, it looks like there's a gank in the
the
jungle.
mid-
Soul Catcher being cast on Kabu. One more hit. Soul Catcher doing so much. Pop to salve. One more hit. Looks like Shao Demon with the help of the Soul Catcher and Enchantress able to pick up a kill. And will they go for a push? Lycanthrope is level 6, so he has a couple points at fair impulse, and they might even be able to bring down this tower. So nicely done by Orange, getting the Tidehunter even further away. And Tidehunter getting first blooded, gonna give Shao even more experience, getting the boots as 800 golden bank might be able to pick up fast arcane boots and help the Orange squad push in.
Yeah, and we see Lycan with his Vlad's up already, which is faster than it would be if he was just in the jungle. And he is going to get the tower off of this, so giving a Lycan a lane that's basically free is obviously better than the forest for him. So this Lycan's going to be just a little bit more fed than normally you see Lycan. Oh, and it looks like they're going to steal his stack. This is diabolical, to say the least.
I don't think they have enough damage or tanking power.
Yeah, they backed out.
Yeah, they couldn't do it.
Either.
And they realized, alright, we might as well just keep Tidehunter off the lane as long as possible and provide a bit more pressure. Meanwhile, just checking out the top lane, looks like Sansheng and Hao want to get some pushing action going on. Anti-Mage has, my god, he has 2,500 gold. Well, he'll just go for Fast Battle Fury in this situation, right? I
think it's likely he will. There's no need to get a Vanguard because he's not getting pressured.
Oh, bottom lane once again. Looks like there's going to be another gank. Disruption into Soul Catcher and Lycanthrope able to pick up the last hit. Mushi change into the Wolf Farm. They're going to be able to push down this tower, so TongFu already getting pressured very early on in the game. Will they be able to make something happen? Looks like Winter in a lot of trouble. One more big bite. Anti-Mage gets the Mana Void. Yamate teleports back in, but that's going to leave Invoker to farm it, and Yamate can't do anything. So that might be a little bit misbite, but he does have an Invisurant. Can he catch any of the support heroes with the Dream Coil Silence? Sansheng? No, everybody's just too close together. If Yamate reveals himself, he will be dead in a heartbeat. But it looks like the top tier 2 tower is protecting, or the bottom tier 2 tower rather, as they weren't able to keep it down. You know, Tidehunter just dancing with death on that bottom lane, and he's able to pick up a lot of experience from this.
Hey, he's got level 3, which is yeah, well, it's more than level 2.
This is true, as Shaka's going to go on Winter. Here comes some creeps. Can they chain the nets? Oh, the net was casted on a creep. A bit of improper missed micro by Awoke. They would have most certainly gotten the kill. Anti-Mage could have had the blink in. Anti-Mage going to be able to pick up his Battle Fury in about 1,400 gold. Ridiculous farm this early on. So this is, even though this game seems quite slow paced, a lot of things are happening, and this is the power of Dota. Even in the little things like this, a lot of key decisions are being made. But it looks like Moo's going to gank Beastmaster. Here comes a blanket by Anti-Mage. Looks like Anti-Mage Shan picks up the last hit for that engagement. So right now, who do you think looks better in this situation?
I can't say. I think both teams are doing exactly what they need to be. I think we're going to start knowing who has the advantage once the first 2 team fights happen, because for now we can't say. But if TongFu wins the first 2 team fights as much as they should, I think it'll go in their favor. Can you just do me a favor and tell me where you are in the replay? I think I'm lagging a little bit.
Yep, I'm at 23, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52.
Okay, we are on the same page now.
Yeah, as Dota 2 replay, a little bit wonky sometimes. It doesn't often work as expected, but still, it is a beta, and it's a it's probably the best beta ever. Just saying.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and it's going to be the best game ever. But Lycanthrope, 2,100 gold in the bank. Will he go for Treads? Maybe he'll just go for BKB into Basher. That would certainly help him. He'll definitely need a BKB. So much disables, and nothing goes through BKB on the side of the Dire squad. You know, I think that goes through BKB. You do have the Beastmaster or your Demonic Purge.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff that goes through BKB.
Yeah, so maybe Lycan won't even have to. He'll just get BKB into Basher, and maybe
I'd like to see a Basher on Lycan this game, definitely.
To lock down the Anti-Mage, maybe.
Yeah, I'd like to see a Basher on Anti-Mage too, for that matter. I think it's a Basher game for both carries.
Yeah, these are 2 of the best Basher carries in the game. As Moo going to try to defend the tower, that tornado inching ever so closer. Chen and Enchantress duking out with tornadoes. Oh man, look at them. They're crossover. The tornadoes were merged as one. As looks like there's gonna
there's a third one.
Oh my god.
Kansas up in here, man.
This is...
The lane is Tornado Alley.
We're not in Kansas anymore, though. We're not in Wonderland. As looks like Beastmaster, level 5, gonna be hitting level 6 very soon. Meanwhile, Tidehunter, what is he? Level 4. But still, Tidehunter would see picks out level 6. And Orange, their push has been slowed down a bit. So they're gonna just go back to farming a bit. As this pace of the game certainly suits TongFu very well.
I think it suits them. Again, though, it really depends on the team fights. If both Lycan and Anti-Mage are left alone, Lycanthrope is going to farm a little bit faster, at least for at the beginning, and then Anti-Mage is going to pick it up. It looks like we might have an engage going on. No, it's just going to be a tornado. Well, no, I'm wrong. Dream Coil comes out. We see Lycanthrope hitting them. Chen Heal coming through, and it looks like Sancheng's going to fall. He's so low, he is going to go down. Moo's getting impetus, but he's just going to back up safely. Awoke gets impetus for the kill, and it looks like that's going to be a 2-for-0 kill, and possibly the mid-tower after it.
Yeah, Yamate with the haste and just able to zoom in there, drop a Dream Coil on 3 heroes, I think. Mu was able to escape because he is Quaswex. He can move a little bit faster than poor unfortunate Chen is dropping tornadoes left and right. There's just so many tornadoes in this game. EMP gonna trade even more Mushi's mana, and the tower, it looks like it will fall nonetheless. Enchantress does have some creeps, and Lycan does have the wolves. So Orange is gonna be able to pick up a lot of gold from this engagement. And right now, oh, here comes a teleport in. Who is it? Who is it? It is How. He does not want to let this tower fall, and it will get denied as the wolf is gonna die. One more last hit. Yep. And that's a little bit unfortunate, an unfortunate turn of events for Orange, but they still got a couple of kills and got a little bit more gold, and more importantly, got the Roshan control back in their favor.
I think that's the biggest one. If you got Lycan on your team, you want those dire towers down, at least the first 2 tier 1s. The tier 2s are good too, but the tier 1s are the most important for controlling Roshan.
Yep, just checking out the items really fast. Looks like Anti-Mage will be able to pick his Battle Fury very, very soon. Indeed, it's been 12 minutes. This is pretty fast for an Anti-Mage nonetheless, but he has been receiving a lot of free farm. Yamate, how far is he? He's going to go for probably Blink Dagger, might just go for straight Forest Staff. It's pretty funny in the Dota 1 scene these days, in the Southeast Asian scene. We see Puck actually rush Dagon, but Orange hasn't played Dota 1 for a bit, so I think this Puck will just go for Blink Dagger.
That's an old school Chinese thing. In like 2010, a lot of Pucks, and it never really quite made it into the pro scene, but in like a lot of high-level in-houses and some clan wars, they all got Dagon on Puck because they wanted to give him some solo killing power. But I don't think that's going to happen this game. I don't think that Dagon's good against really anyone on TongFu. It's bad against Anti-Mage. Chen can heal through it, Invoker's kind of tanky and hard to kill anyway, so I don't think he'll do it.
Yep, How is actually a little bit further. This might actually be a normal time for Battle Fairy, despite the free farm. Just checking out CS 69. Pretty good farm, but still not compared to the Lycanthrope. This Lycan is just getting so fed. He's going to go for Necrobook level 1, so that's going to amplify split pushing, but I'd rather see him rush BKB because they really need to win these early team fights.
I'm not sure. I think both items have their advantages, and I can't really say that one is objectively better than the other in this case. But what it does mean is that Lycan isn't going to be fighting. He's electing to split push and just basically control this half of the map. And it looks like Invoker's going to go on him. Tornado EMP coming out, followed by a Cold Snap, but he hasn't got anywhere near the damage that he needs to take him down. It's just harass.
Yep, that is the case, and just checking out the levels, you can see TongFu has a bit of a level disadvantage, but more importantly, all the heroes are level 6, so everybody has their ultimate up. But Orange is getting some more levels on their supports. Beastmaster level 7. He's still stacking, trying to axe them down one creep at a time. Is going to be able to do that. Has a soaring, so he's going to be able to do it a bit more effectively now. And meanwhile, Yamate trying to farm up a bit, trying to hurt Anti-Mage a little bit, is just going to get last hits and try to escape from the gank. But there's a lot of heroes there, Sancheng in position, lurking if there is any gank. So TongFu playing very safe, and they're just going to stay that way until Anti-Mage finishes the Battle Fury, which he should have right about now. But there's going to be a gank on the mid lane. Sentry being placed as well. No, that was actually TongFu Sentry, but the dust is cast. Soul Catcher, Demonic Purge, and Impetus is there to clean up the kill. Nicely done. Meanwhile, Puck is going to get ganked. A Regeneration Rune is popped. Can he orb out? Orb is on cooldown. He should be able to pop the Magic Wand. No, he's not going to pop it. It looks like here comes a roar by Beastmaster. Puck is going to pop the Magic Wand and a couple bottle charges. Ravage should be up. Will Tile to cast it? No. Looks like they're electing to save Hao's life. Tile does get stunned by the Dream Coil. Nice clutch heal coming from the Chen, saving Hao's life, as he might have died from that engagement. As looks like Tyrant won't be as lucky. Will he Ravage? No, he's just going to take the fall. Very noble.
And I'll tell you what, while all that happened, Lycan's hammering on the tier 3.
Oh my god. This is the very, very annoying thing about Lycanthrope. Not that Lycanthrope isn't annoying already, but that tier 3 tower is almost dead. And it's going to take the fall. Wow.
This is what happens when you give away Lycan. You're basically saying, we're not going to have control over this half of the map. It's the trade you make.
Yep, and now he's going to get a very easy Aegis whenever he gets the wolves back up. Once he gets the mana, he should be able to finish that. Necro 2 is going to be finished. Or no, Necro 3. It's on its way. as looks like Awoke is going to be in a lot of trouble. He's migrating the creeps desperately. Yamate blinks in. Can he get the Dream Coat Sanshang as he's going to be able to cast a Dream Coat? No, he's just going to orb out. Good defensive measure as Yamate might be in a bit of trouble as Blink is going to be cooling down. He should be A-OK. No! Mana Void and one last hit by Hao cleans up Yamate, and looks like TongFu are getting positioned. They're going to be able to push down this tower, and Lycan can't go for the Aegis now.
I think what's going to happen is they're just going to camp Invoker on the spot lane and have the other 3 heroes control mid while Anti-Mage controls top in the jungle. At least that's what they'll try to do. I'm not sure if it'll work. Wards dropped on the tower. It looks like this tower will go down. The question is, will it be denied? We see Tidehunter moving in. He might Ravage. Oh, he's just backing up. He's going to get enchanted by Enchantress. Impetus farming out. Is he going to die again without it? Oh, man.
Yeah, I guess he knew that his teammates were backing up. He didn't want to waste a Ravage. Awoke was very low HP, Sanshang very low mana, so I guess that wasn't the most favorable team fight they wanted to take. So I guess they elected to give up the Tidehunter, and mid tower was not denied. Orange electing to keep it just to teleport in and help reinforce Lycan once he goes for that Roshan. But Lycan is here, he has Necrobook level 3, and those Necrobook warriors, level 15 minutes in the game, they are as good as another hero, if not better. They hurt so bad.
They might be a hero and a half, you know? They're really good.
Especially with
Tornado
that
EMP coming out, tries to get rid of some of Yamate's mana. He is going to succeed, but he's just getting Impetus and slammed by Lycanthrope. Ravage going off. Yamate's caught by it. Not too much else. Impetus is coming off on Kabu. He's purred. Axis flying out. Kabu's going to go down. Dream Coil catches Awoke. We see the Roar coming out. It looks like Puck is going to fall. Muchi's backing up as fast as he can. He gets earned. It's canceled. And we see Moose in the middle of the action just trying to pick off Ice. But all he has is Cold Snap. But it looks like Hal's on the scene. He's going to take the kill.
Yeah, I think Orange played that too aggressively. They dived past 2 towers, and Lycanthrope's not so buff. He doesn't have Aegis, he doesn't have BKB, so he was forced to back out in the end. Still, unfortunate Ravage by the Tidehunter player, as he only caught 1 hero, because Lycanthrope able to motor on out of there. Keep in mind, Ravage is not instant. It has a weird casting animation, but it does, or not really casting animation, just cast
it
time.
Spreads outwards. It used to all be instant, but now it starts at him and it spreads outwards as time goes.
Yeah, much more fair.
Yeah,
and they gave him Anchor Smash anyway, so don't mourn for Tidehunter. He has Anchor Smash.
Anyway.
Yep, just
finally see mid tower going down. Nice deny coming out from Mushi with his minions at 0 risk to himself, but...
Yep, looks like the gold graph says that Orange has around a 7,000 gold lead, but looks like nice play by TongFu. They're going to go for the Roshan. Wards are up, they're going to drop it. They should be able to take down this Roshan very easily. Does Orange have the wards? No, they don't have vision. They might suspect something's up. No, it looks like they don't, and this is going to be a free Aegis for the Anti-Mage, and this is really unfortunate for Orange. This is not what they wanted.
It's unfortunate to say the least. Anyway, you're going to have to take this for a while because my dog's barking, so...
As the dog was agreeing with the analysis once again. But looks like a free Aegis for the Anti-Mage, and that's going to be unfortunate for the Lycanthrope. Considering we didn't go for fast BKB, we went for the Necrobic build, and that BKB will be a long time in coming, so we'll be actually even more careful in teamfights. And slowly but surely, TongFu is starting to get their teamfight line matched up. They have the Battlefield up and Anti-Mage. He will probably go for a Mantis Style BKB next. And once he gets that, it'll be extremely hard to kill, especially with that Aegis. And considering Lycanthrope doesn't have BKB, he doesn't have an Aegis, you can't really duke it out one-on-one.
Well, Lycan will out DPS him. And, of course, Beastmaster can get his ult off on Anti-Mage. It's just the issue is they have to commit everything if they want to kill the Anti-Mage. And they have to commit more than everything, basically. They have to have every single hero doing everything to Anti-Mage if they want to kill him twice. Which frees up Invoker to basically do whatever he wants. And Invoker, when he's doing whatever he wants, is, it's quite scary to say the least.
Yep, Invoker about to hit that crucial level 12. So once he gets that, his combinations will just be even more deadly, more annoying. But looks like the top tower is going to get pushed for free by Lycan. They're just going to give it up. They know Anti-Mage will be able to farm up in the jungle, even without the control. He tried to go for a deny. He's going to go on the offensive. Will he be able to kill the Aegis? Blink is cooling down rapidly. He's going to be able to blink away. Looks like Mushi is just going to give up the chase. Keep in mind, this is what level? Oh, still level 12, so the ultimate will be down for a bit of time. But it should be back up for the next team fight. It looks like Hao is just going to get harassed out of the lane. And there's going to be engagement up top. Awoke is taking so much damage. Shen dies in a heartbeat. Soul Catcher just doing so much work, but a beautiful EMP tornado catching everybody. And it's going to be so much mana for Anti-Mage to drain. He should be able to pick up multiple kills. Raj flying out as well. A little bit unnecessary, but Anti-Mage will be able to pick up another kill.
Well, in the meantime, Lycanthrope is going to get top tower.
Yeah. Pretty much in a heartbeat. And only one tier 2 tower remains for the TongFu squad. But I think they're okay with this. They know when it comes down to base defense. Although I don't think that Ravage was completely necessary.
What should have happened is How kind of mismicroed a little bit. Had he switched his treads before he blinked, he would have had enough mana for ulti, but oh well. Anyway, we see wards dropped as a defensive measure against this Lycanthrope, just to force him out.
Oh,
Kinda sucks when you have to
hasted
do that, but oh no,
Anti-Mage.
Invoker 4 staffs up, Cold Snap. He's holding the Tornado for when he pops Wolf form. He's gonna Tornado right now. It does, it hits. Is there a Shackle? There is a Shackle, so he's just gonna go down.
Well, good thing
Very
for
nice
Mushi
play.
wasn't carrying a good streak, otherwise that would be a lot of gold, but still keeping that Lycanthrope down, and that means Anti-Mage is going to farm up all the while, and that means Ravage should be up for the next team fight. Yeah, it's going to be cooling down, well, he'll still have 50 seconds or so, so it won't be up as fast. And just checking out the items really quick, you can see Orange X is going for the Agnim's Puck, still has Arcane Boots Dagger, Ghost Scepter being picked up by Ice, Mechanus is picked up by Winter, going for support Beastmaster, and he picked up a gem. Beastmaster Gem is just so powerful. With the Pig and the Hawk to spot out any wards, you really give no vision for enemy teams, but still, TongFu sneaking in some wards here and there.
Yeah, at this point in the game, I think the most important thing for TongFu to do is hold on to this tier 2 tower mid. This is like their last bastion against the Lycanthrope pushing into their base. If they can keep this one tower up, it'll mean so much, especially for being able to defend Roshan. I think that their main plan right now is just to keep this tower up and, of course, keep their tier 3s up while Anti-Mage and Invoker farm.
And Lycan should be working towards his BKB. He will be able to farm up very quickly. So if they give up this tower and Lycan gets a BKB, Roshan control will be back in favor of the Rain, even though TongFu managed to sneak it away after the mid tower was denied. And looks like Invoker will get initiated on. No, Shadow Demon might get in return. No, just a little bit of harassment back and forth. Invoker gets sent back home. Extinct and Puck are going to initiate on Wilk. He's stunned by the Dream Coil. Mechanism immediately popped. Wilk will he take the fall, taking a lot of damage. Hand of God just healing up Chen to an immense amount of proportions. Axe is coming, can't snipe out the Chen, devoting a lot of attention to the Chen. But most importantly, looks like they're able to pick up the Chen, but more importantly, they're able to maneuver themselves in position because Lycanthrope is pushing on the bottom lane. He's going to get X and Shackle Shot. Can he kill San Shang? San Shang is out of mana, and Lycanthrope will he go on the Rax? Can he kill the Rax with the Necrobook? The wards are being used, and Mushi's just going to have to back off, but still doing significant damage. And more importantly, the tier 2 mid is falling, and that bottom lane is just suffering immensely.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give away Lycanthrope. I think I might have been a little bit mistaken in saying that Anti-Mage had the advantage, because right now it doesn't look like they're able to hold on to their towers. I thought that they'd be able to, but they're getting outplayed. So Anti-Mage needs to make something happen fast to be able to defend against this Lycan, because he's just going to throw himself again and again at these barracks until they fall.
Anti-Mage making Manta, pretty good smart item in my opinion. It will help him push, but here's initiation on Mushi once again. The Wolf is on cooldown. Mushi's going to take the fall. And dying once again. Did he manage to pick up BKB? No, he might have had that if he had not lost all that gold. So he's going to be about 450 gold away. And this is still buying TongFu enough time. And how much time on Roshan? Still a long way.
Yeah, about 5 minutes. A little bit less.
But they're able to kill this tower that Lycanthrope was able to teleport in and push that bottom lane and just make it so difficult. So still, small victories for TongFu, but they stack up after a while.
Yeah, check out the barracks. Lycan's trying to backdoor them with his wolves and just isn't happening.
Oh, what a traitor wolf. He turning on his master to follow this Chen. Hey, he gets a mobile ward for a little bit of time.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, no,
and
never
now
mind.
he doesn't.
And he's gone. South Park. And it's gone.
Yeah, anyway, it looks like Anti-Mage just got his Manta style up, which is a fairly standard timing for Battle Fury first. 22 to 24 is what you're going to want to be looking at. And with this triple stack, it looks like on the Ancient, he's about to get like 1,000 gold off of this.
Oh, I want to see the gold count up. He's actually taking a
3K
lot of
right
damage. Oh, here comes 400. There is about to come another 400. Yeah,
yeah, it's 1,000 gold pretty much. Give or take 100.
Pretty good stuff. Well on his way towards his BKB. Gonna get that Ogre Club.
Again, I don't even know if he's going to get BKB.
Yeah, there's a lot of ultimates that goes through it.
Did he pick up the Ogre Club?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Like I said, I would love to see a Basher, because with Basher, you can go toe-to-toe with Lycan. Right now he can't, but with Basher he can.
Meanwhile, Lycan went for the Shadow Blade. Lothar Shadow Blade.
Oh, this is sneaky. You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to backdoor this Rax. I think he figures that if he maybe Lothars in and hits it with all his stuff, when someone else is fighting elsewhere, he'll be able to take it. This is wow, this is a bit of an all-in terms of decision. I think he knows that they're going to lose late game.
But he showed himself. So TongFu, they're not going to fall for it. I mean, they're going to have to force his team
Yeah,
fight.
Sentry Ward placed immediately.
Yeah, he showed himself. He was killing those creeps, and the Lothar's, or the Shadow Blade was delivered to him. So it looks like there's going to have to be a split push up top. And I don't know if this team fight can hold out that long. It's not like they're very tanky. They have a Puck and Enchantress combination, so with the Shadow Demon. So they're going to die very fast, and they should get back in position. Looks like Tantric maneuvering himself in position. X is going to be the first one to fall. Ravage being casted as well. And yeah, Lycan can't get back in time. Ghost Scepter being used by the Shadow Demon. But here comes this Hex. Yamate blinking back in with the silence. How is Mushi doing on the Rex? Is he just going to complete bypass the anti-age? Anti-Mage doing huge damage and should be able to pick up the kill. He didn't have the Wolf form. And
he used Wolf form earlier when Hao went on him, and he had to Wolf form away because Hao was hitting him.
Yeah, Orange, the rest of the Orange teammates, they can't take 4v4 team fights.
Yeah, we see Beastmaster right now. Looks like he's going to go down. The Tornado goes in. Shadow Shaman falls in the meantime, but it looks like Beastmaster's going to go down. And it looks like Shadow Demon should get away. But
Puck BKB.
at this point, Anti-Mage can fight the Lycanthrope in a one-on-one fight, and he just did, basically.
Yeah, that was all one-on-one. And if you're going to go for Shadow Blade, you can't reveal it. Come on, Mushi.
Now, that was... I'm not saying it's bad when I say it's gimmicky. I'm saying it was intended for one purpose, and it would never be useful again.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
I think it would have worked had he not revealed himself.
Yeah.
But even then, they knew the Rax was so low that I don't think they might have devoted Anti-Mage to a team fight.
Yeah, if they just could have baited that Anti-Mage out to the team fight top, though, they would have gotten the Rax. But I don't know. Like you said, he showed, so...
Yeah, and the Rax was so low HP. I think maybe they would have just kept Invoker on the defense again, and then Lycan could have backdoored. But Puck's picked up a BKB, Lycanthrope, going for odd item builds, no Basher, no BKB. And this is, like you said, he's going to have even a tougher time dealing with the Anti-Mage. He's no Basher, and he's just going to get out DPS by the Anti-Mage at this point. And now Roshan control. Roshan will be up very, very soon. And this is Orange's chance. If they get Roshan, they're back in the game. They still have... just checking out the goal graph. Well, we saw in the last game how little goal graph mean, but it's 5k lead in favor of Orange. But if Orange pick up the Aegis, they do have another shot. They can suicide for the Rax and then be able to escape. So this is just going to be the crucial engagement.
Yeah, like I said, it's... Oh, wow, Anti-Mage going on Puck. Nice Tornado going in. It's going to catch Puck BKBs. I didn't even know he had... Shadow Demon's going to disrupt himself. We see a Puck ult catching everybody. It's 4 people. Orb goes over the top. It looks like Ice is going to get shot down by the Anti-Mage, and no, he'll fall to the Invoker. In the meantime, Beastmaster's on the retreat, Enchantress on the retreat, and it looks like this is going to be Shadow Demon for nobody. In the meantime, Lycan's trying to push up, but Anti-Mage is on this, so is Invoker.
Yep, just blinking back. Mushi knows he can't do it. He has to back up, and this is going to be free gold, as the Necrobook's going to try to last the Cold Snap being used, as the Illusions turn around, just trying to pressure Anti-Mage a bit more. But Roshan is back up, but I do not think Ravagers are not even used. Wards were not used. So TongFu, it's just looking at ALK. A series of weird item choices might just have cost Orange the match.
Well, no, the BKB on Puck makes sense, because he wasn't going to be able to get a... Here's how I look at it. If Orange wins one team fight, they win the game, or at least they get a Rax. And if they get a Rax, everything gets so much easier. The BKB was all... Oh, I hear Cold Snap going off.
I think it was just my creep.
Might have been a creep. But if they win one team fight, they're going to get a Rax. All they need to do is win it. And that's what the BKB on Puck is for. It's the best item that he can get with the money he has now in order to win a fight. Because it means that he'll actually be able to like stand there when Invoker and Tide and Shadow Shaman are in the middle of everybody. However, it's not going to pay off in the long run. And I think that Orange knows that they're going to lose in the long run. So that's what all these item choices are for.
But like you said at the beginning of the game, especially since Lycan with Shadow Blade, where is the damage going to come from? The heroes on TongFu's side.
Lycan does deal damage. He is going to get out TPS. Right now, TongFu just deals more damage and has more disables at this point.
Yeah, and only Puck BKB Ravage is still going to do a lot of work. It's going to be difficult to say the least, but Orange has a lot of mobility. Maybe they can just kite TongFu all over the place, but it's hard to out-kite an Anti-Mage to say the least.
We'll probably see a BKB up in like anywhere between 4 and 5 minutes. And at that point, I think they'll try to do a last push on racks.
Yeah, I think
And if they get it, they'll be winning, and if they don't get it, they'll basically just lose, I think.
Meanwhile, will TongFu go for the Roshan attempt? No, just scouting out all the while. They know they can defend against Lycan if he pushes in, and that Rax is regenerating already over half HP once again. And wards being placed all the while. Does Beastmaster still have the gem? That remains to be seen.
I'm pretty sure he went down.
Yeah, he lost it. So
anyway, smoke attempt going out. It looks like no wards are going to catch it. They're going to basically just throw themselves at the racks and see what happens.
oh man, but I think TongFu sort of guessed it. They're devoting everybody to the bottom lane.
Yeah, and it looks like
No,
I think if Lycan leads with Shadowblade, they'll know. But no, they're just going to try to engage right now. Vor goes out on Anti-Mage. Terrible Vor. We see an awesome Ravage catching everybody. Dream Coil only catching 3 heroes. Ice is taking so much damage. Anti-Mage is going to get a kill on Lycanthrope immediately, and it looks like they're going to win this fight. We see Enchantress on the trade Shadow Demon and Beastmaster backing it. Beastmaster's taking so much damage, he's cold snapped, he's going to go down. It looks like X is going to fall also, and only Shadow Demon gets away. Yes, he was able to TP out. 4 for nothing engaged.
Yeah,
it's going to be Roshan.
It's going to be easy Roshan, and they might even be able to take a tower. Well, keep in mind they don't have Ravage, but they still have Invoker, who's almost level 17, so his ultimate is just going to get even more powerful.
And he's going for Hex,
yeah.
Which normally I prefer to see a Aghanim Scepter up, but with Hex, I think will be a better option for dealing with the Lycanthrope.
Yeah, it's not like Lycan has BKB, he's still 1700 away, and they knew. And TongFu just taking this, now Anti-Mage is doing the split pushing, and they can't even deal with the Anti-Mage illusions very easily, as the illusions are just dancing around, the Disruption illusions and the Meta-Style illusions. But free Aegis for the Anti-Mage, and it's looking grim to say the least for Orange.
This is why Goldgraph sometimes lies, you know, sometimes it doesn't tell the whole story.
Yeah,
it's all about
the last
what
game.
Items are up on what heroes.
Last game,
team composition.
Mineski had like a 10k gold lead or something up against DK or something like
that. Yeah, what we saw in this game, Orange had a 10k gold lead, and I was saying, I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win. And sure enough, that gold advantage is kind of down.
Yeah, they just can't do enough damage, and Ravage is just owning them up.
It looks like we're going to have a Butterfly on Anti-Mage too.
Oh man.
He doesn't need to save for buyback. Yeah, he's not going to. He just gets the Butterfly.
And you'll be able to mow down heroes even faster. And keep in mind, those illusions get full benefits from that Butterfly. You get the armor, the damage, the agility. Well, not all the plus damage.
But you get the agility damage.
And the evasion.
Damage from agility, that is.
Yeah, and you get the evasion. So they're tankier than usual.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a nightmare.
The big one, though, is that I think that it's going to let Lycan not be able to DPS him anymore. Because it's just going to miss. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if Lycan had a Basher and a BKB, then there was a small chance he could do that. But still, he has to get one item before the other. And Lycanthrope, he's pretty committed to the path of split pushing, but Tyranitar's just going to scare him away for now. Anti-Mage is going to do his own split pushing, and it's going to be very, very difficult for anybody to stop this Anti-Mage at this point with an Aegis, and Meta-Style is just going to be unkillable.
Yeah, and just sitting this Anti-Mage on top lane, it's so brutal for Orange to deal with, because it means that TongFu can free up the rest of their heroes to deal with bot lane, which means they're gonna deal with Lycan. When Lycan's dealt with, he's just not quite as powerful. Obviously, he still deals so much damage, but he already got his tower, so he hasn't been able to get any more off of it, you know?
So, Orange is trying to maneuver themselves in position. Can't speak. Spending too much time with Luminous. As, looks like how is this going to escape? Has already 2,700 gold in the bank. Oh man, he'll probably just go for a heart just to make his illusions tankier, make himself tankier, and he'll literally be immortal. Roar and Dream Coil can't do anything when you don't have the damage to follow it up.
Some iffy illusion micro going on from him, but doesn't even matter because he can just right-click down the Lycanthrope.
Yeah, so I mean, I honestly don't think TongFu will make a mistake in order for them to lose a Rax. It's just going to be so difficult for Orange to come back, but they're playing it pretty safe. But
oh, they're playing incredibly safe. This is as safe as they can be playing it, which is, I think, the right decision. Although it might be more boring from a spectating perspective, it's the right decision for the players to make.
Yeah, I mean, Anti-Age is only going to get stronger. And Lycanthrope can't even free farm as usual. He's going to be able to pick up his BKB at the very least if he decides to go for it. He shouldn't even have to save for back. He should just buy the BKB. Just give him some presents. And yeah, he just buys it right off the bat.
No, that's Lycanthrope.
So, at least he'll be able to survive the Ravage and the Tornado EMP combo, but he still has to worry about the anti-mages. But maybe he can still focus on Invoker or something like that in the midst of his BKB duration. Orange might have a shot, but it's going to be a slim one at that.
I think what they need to do is if they can pick off Chen at the beginning of the team fight, no one's going to be sent home. And if Chen won't send anybody home, then they'll have a chance. The issue is, though, if they use the Roar on Chen, then you got Invoker and Anti-Mage just wailing on you. So, I don't know. It'll be hard to say, but I think they absolutely need to focus Chen, and if not Chen, Invoker. And we're going to see, it looks like another smoke gang, because the other ones were so successful.
I swear, like, TongFu is the best team against smoke.
Puck ultimate going off, only catching one person, Ravage going off, Winter's going to go down immediately. Ice is at so low, looks like he's going to fall right after. Lycanthrope BKBing, but he's got nothing to hit. He's just running away in Invis. Yamate's on the retreat, and it looks like so far Shadow Demon and Beastmaster for nothing.
Have you ever seen a team like TongFu just know every time somebody's going to smoke? My god, they're good at sensing out smoke ganks.
These guys are professionals.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I haven't seen smoke work this successfully, or this unsuccessfully in a long time. And Southeast Asian teams falling one after another, as they know when the appropriate time to smoke up. And looks like the Nexer will push towards the middle lane and the Rex. But Lycan is going to do his best to get one tower, but they can just send back the Anti-Mage.
They don't even need to send Anti-Mage. Invoker will be able to deal with it by himself, but they'll probably choose Anti-Mage.
Or are they going to even... Yeah, they're going to teleport back to defend.
They are going to TP, okay.
As a hasted chicken going to scurry on out of there. But still.
One of my favorite things to see. It's a chicken running around at max movement speed.
Yeah. It's a little less funny than it was in Dota 1 just because you have the big red line saying, oh, I'm hasted. Yeah. Dota 1 is just like, oh, normal animation. The chicken's just running away like a rocket. But yeah, I mean, I honestly can't. I don't like to call games early, but I can't see a way Orange can come back from this. It's just too much.
Well, it looks like they're going for a Hex on Paul. Trying to get the Aghanim Scepter up on Enchanter. Shadow Demon really doesn't have anything. He's not going to have anything. That's whatever. And Beastmaster, I think that's going to be an Ags. And if he can get an Ag Scepter, and maybe they can get two ults off in the same fight, or maybe pick Chen from farther away, or Invoker if they choose him. That could work, but they're all making the right decisions in terms of items right now. It's just, they can get them up and have a window timing where their items are done and TongFu's still working on, their next set of items. Maybe it'll happen. We'll see.
Yeah, and Anti-Mage didn't even go for BKB because he knew it wouldn't be too important. So if they can get hexes... Yeah, he went for Basher. So, I mean, if they can just chain stun down Anti-Mage and hopefully be able to spread out far enough from Invoker for Tidehunter, Orange might have a shot, but the problem is that Aegis. So, they're just going to have to make literally the perfect team fight happen. But it is possible to say.
I think their best bet is finish your items, and then when everybody finishes their items, you go straight for the bottom racks. And what you can do is, because you're obviously not going to be able to kill Anti-Mage twice, get rid of Invoker, and because he's the one who's just going to stop you from taking the racks. Roar Invoker, make Tidehunter Ravage, ignore him, and then just put everything on the racks.
It's like TongFu has a mind.
They're going to die from it, but I think they should be able to get the racks if they do that. The only issue is, though, if they don't get enough people, they're going to lose the racks to their own mid right after that, and probably the racks top.
It looks like TongFu just has like a psychic's vision saying, alright, Orange is going to do this. This might be their game plan. And they're just going to push bottom lane, drop the ward. Can Orange defend this? They're going to have to really, really work on Invoker. Here goes a blink in by Yante. Just drops a silence. Didn't even drop a Dream Coil. As House is just going to blink back. They're going to be able to take down this tower. And will they back up?
Yeah. Well,
no,
they might be
coming back
pecking
in.
the wave.
They're
just going to back off and go with the next creep wave.
Oh, initiation by San Shang. He casts a Hex and Ravage catches everybody. Beautiful Ravage being casted by Kabu. And this is going to be the bottom racks to say the least. Lycanthrope not even being a factor. He hasn't even popped his ultimate. He's going to pop his ultimate now. Here comes Yante. Dream Coil is used. Can they kill Invoker? Mu is going to force staff. They do kill Invoker. And they might even be able to kill Tidehunter. But Anti-Age is just too dominant at this point. They can't even kill San Shang. This is just a little bit depressing to watch. And GG's called.
There it is. I will say though, in that team fight, I really liked Lycanthrope's discipline. He wanted to go in, but he decided to farm a couple creeps while he knew he couldn't go in because puck ult wasn't up. And then the second puck ult went off, he went in. And while it didn't mean anything for the outcome of the game, I think it's the mark of a really disciplined and experienced player.
Yeah, and GG was called by Orange. So just going into, yeah, Winter is disconnecting, and so this game is over as Mushi did disconnect. No, sorry. Extinct. As Dire takes the victory. So where do you think Orange went wrong in this game?
I want to say that it was in the picks, but it wasn't really that much of an outpick. I think that the biggest issue for Orange this game was failing to take the racks with Lycanthrope. And of course, hindsight's 2020. We say, hey, maybe Lycan should have gotten the BKB instead of the the Lothars. But either way, the way they used Lycan, it just didn't work. And I think if they were able to actually get that racks down, they would have been able to do it. But oh well.
Yeah, but Orange has definitely showed that even though they made some little bit of weird decision making, and by weird I only mean like one or two instances. Otherwise, like you said, the item making decision was very good. They just couldn't execute the game plan to perfection. So Orange has definitely shown, before they started the Dota 2 training bootcamp, they showed that they were in shape. But now I think they're looking a bit better. And keep in mind, both teams probably holding things back. I'm sure Orange has a crazy split push strategy up their sleeves. But hopefully this will make for a very interesting game too. So we'll be back very, very shortly. So thank you all for watching. And check out ShredKid. He now has a YouTube channel. ShredKid Dota, right?
Yeah, ShredKid Dota, no underscore. So hopefully I'll get some stuff up there soon. I'm planning on doing some solo stuff, but we'll see.
Ah, you're gonna leave me? No. How can you
never
leave me?
You, Ballin.
That's what Louis said. That's what Louis said. Nah. Alright, anyway, thank you all for watching, and also follow me and follow ShredKid on the stream, twitch.tv/shred_kid. My stream is twitch.tv/b1703. But we will be back with Game 2 very, very shortly, so thank you all for watching, and have a fantastic day.